Well, that really sucked. Bruins lose 5-2 to the New York Rangers, and man, I feel myself saying it. I found myself complaining about the exact same things that I complained about in the Ottawa game. Welcome back to Into the Den, everybody. Now, why is this video late? Because last night I went to the bar, went back to my friend's apartment, and I woke up in West Somerville. Had to haul ass back down to Bridgewater, took a test. I am tired, disillusioned, and pissy. Pissy in a way that not even Celine Dion singing the roster, singing the starting lineup will fix me. I mean, honestly, the first period went pretty well. Well, Bruins. After taking an early penalty, which you don't really want to do, but the Bruins looked good on it. But we looked like we were continuing the momentum that we carried out of that Ottawa game. We were winning puck battles. We were getting those second chances. The second, third, fourth, multiple chances on rebound. And just getting to those rebounds in the first place is what allowed DeBrusk to score that first goal. That is what happened. And I know people have been pretty frustrated with DeBrusk this season. He's been pretty damn good. He's not. This isn't the DeBrusk that played last season. This isn't the same DeBrusk that played last season. God no. But like everybody took a little bit of a step back from last season, and you know what? That's fine. That's fine that they took a step back, because we're not because you can't put up 65 wins every single season. You can't do that. That's here's the thing that's frustrating me the most with Bruins fans being so doomerist right now is just the fact that you can't is just merely the fact that ultimately you can't really expect that level of production in every single year. And we're at game 71 of 82 which by the way we only have we really don't have many home games left. I think after this one we only have three left. Three left, and a whole bunch of road games against playoff talent. You can't take the foot off the gas just yet. But at the same time, I understand that the Bruins are not going to be playing the freaking doors off the thing every single game. But it is still a little bit of a concern that our best player last night was Justin Brazeau. And look, Brazeau so far, fantastic. He has earned his keep up here. And I thought that he was doing really well. And he did. He did. 1 goal, 1 assist. It was 2 points. For a fourth line guy, that's pretty damn good. That is pretty damn good. Unfortunately, him being our best player kind of means that everybody else ahead of him messed up tonight. They messed up pretty big tonight. DeBrusk sort of after that first goal kind of said, "All right, I'm good for the night. Y'all just keep rolling." I will say though, the most frustrating thing about this game was not necessarily that we allowed Artemi Panarin to get a hat trick. That's honestly Panarin is insane, and him getting a hat trick is I'm not going to say it's nothing new because that goes without saying, but him getting a hat trick is just, the dude has 41 goals this season. Let's not pretend like he isn't great. The thing that frustrated me the most was Monty going for the known quantities on the third pair instead of trying to trust the young guys. And look, if Mason Lohrei and Parker Wotherspoon were on the third line, I really don't think that there would have been too much of a difference in this outcome. But I still want there to be a there still needs to be a battle for that bottom pair. There needs to be a battle because we have 4 adequate defensemen. Why not try and mix it up a little bit? Now, granted, during the last 12 games of the season, I am understanding as to why you would not want to fuck with the system too much. That much is understandable. But at the same time, you never really know what you have until you actually use it. Like, especially with Lohrei, man. The thing though, I think the coaching decision that has defined Monty so far this season, and really has been in the game against the Canucks, benching Lohrei for the last 8 minutes, and then the Canucks scored two goals to force overtime, and then beat us in overtime. Look, Lohrei is a rookie. Lohrei is a rookie. He's not going to be the best player every single game. But my God, you got to use him. You got to use him at some point. You got to use him properly at some point. But Jonathan, as for the rest of this game, Jonathan Quick played the freaking doors off the thing. And it is not at all surprising that he played as well as he. I mean, I guess it's a little bit surprising just the fact that he's been able to keep it up this this long into his career. But at the same time, it is. I'm proud of him for officially being tied for the most wins of an American-born goalie. 391 wins, tying him with Ryan Miller. That's impressive. That is impressive, and by God, Jonathan Quick deserves the Hall. He deserves the Hall. Oh, I mean, 3 cups. You forgot that he was on Vegas's roster, didn't you? Oh, 3 cups. I'm pretty sure at least 1 Vezina. One of the best goalies to ever do it. He deserves it. He deserves the Hall. Oh, and honestly, I would not have wanted to lose to another goalie. I'll just say it. I would not have been as. I would be a little bit more frustrated if we lost to Shesterkin. Not saying that Shesterkin is. Not to say that as in like, oh, Shesterkin's bad, but like at the same time, I would want us to outplay Shesterkin because I know that right now he's better, and I want us to be able to beat number 1 goalies, especially because Swayman, you were up for a contract at the end of the season. Stop fucking around, please. Look, the team in front of Swayman right now is pretty good. It's not amazing, and right now they need to be amazing. But Swayman, oh my God, man, you gotta advocate for yourself off here. I'm not saying to pull like a Dwayne Haskins and shout at everybody on the bench like, what do I need to do to make you guys better? No, don't do any of that shit. Don't do any of that shit. Also, rest in peace, Dwayne Haskins. I'm sorry for invoking his name in this manner. But you need to step up to the plate. I know that it is. We like to think that Swayman is still like an all-star, and to be fair, he is. He made the freaking all-star game this season, but at the same time, just because you made the all-star game doesn't necessarily mean that you're gonna hold that form for the rest of the season. And he has not. He hasn't. I know that we've talked about Allmark before, and and how it is clear as day at this point that Ullmark, his production after the trade deadline has been fueled by two things: piss and vinegar. He is making those saves with just fire and fury in his heart at the insinuation that he would be traded. And you know what? I don't entirely blame him. I don't blame him. Because trading Ullmark in the middle of the season is how you guarantee that you're not serious. You want to showcase to the world that you're not serious. Is trade Ullmark in the middle of the season, and thankfully the Bruins did not. Now, after listening to I listened to the Short Shift podcast a little bit ago, and by a little bit ago I mean yesterday, and they were talking about how what likely happened was that the Kings were calling about Ullmark. Sweeney came down to LA and said, "Hey, I got people from LA calling about you. You want me to return their calls?" And Ullmark is like, "No. And why the hell would you want me to? Why the hell would you even ask me this? This." And Sweeney's response was probably like, "You're right. Sorry." And look, I don't think that Sweeney's been doing a bad job. I really don't. Look, I've been critical of him in the past. He's doing all right now. Let's all cards on the table. He's been doing pretty damn good. But this point is sort of pretty off topic, but still. Ullmark is playing with a fire. And we need Swayman to play with that similar fire. Do I think that we are going to roll the tandem in the playoffs? At this point, no. At this point, no. Like the thing with the tandem is that to roll it in the playoffs, you have to be certain that both goalies are pretty much on the same level. And last year, I was critical of the Bruins for not rolling the tandem. But at the same time, Ullmark was far and away the best goalie and had one of the best seasons a goalie has ever had in the league. And so rolling him for the first 6, it made sense. It made sense at the time. And only bring in Swayman when Ullmark got hurt. And to be fair, I think that Ullmark was playing hurt for the vast majority of that series. Point still stands. Ullmark was far and away the best goalie. It was far and away the better goalie, and so it made sense to roll him for the first 6. And right now, it is making sense to roll him for the first. And right now, it is making sense to roll him. It is making sense to roll him for the playoffs. And so. And I don't want that to happen. It's not because I don't want Ullmark to be good. It's that I want Swayman to be on that same level. You are competing for you are playing for a contract. Right? And like it or not, these last 12 games have very, very serious implications. And not just for the team going forward, but also for your contract. People will ask, "What have you done for me lately?" And Swayman, he had a fantastic start to the season. We need to see that happen again. We need to see him back. And that's pretty much it for today. Thank you all so much for watching. I will see you guys during the next game. Stay safe. Take care.